Okay, it's 10 o'clock. Nobody's arrived. Anyway, I'm going to run this session anyway, or just go over a few things and show what can and can't be done. So I only spend probably a few minutes doing it. Just by the way, I'm playing music in the background, as you can probably hear. If anybody wants to know how to play music and broadcast it, or you don't need to broadcast, how to play music and have a playlist and it plays the music for you automatically, drop us an email and we might run a session on how to do that. Okay. I'll just stop this thing and come back to me. I'll switch the camera on. Okay. Okay, stop that. So it should come back to me. So, just show where the music's running, by the way. I'll do a screen share to show you where the music's running. Okay, so I'll screen share. Okay. Okay, to show where the music's running, this is my desktop. All right, I've got a program most people have probably already got, which is called VLC Player. All right, and there's a playlist. Also on my computer, I have some music. All right, there's my music. There's my music. It's my wife's favourites. If I want to take something like Eucalyptus Treaty and add to the playlist, grab it, drag it down to VLC there, put it up there, add it to the playlist. So when it gets to it, it'll play it. Anyway, and I can turn the volume up and down. And I can jump to any one of those things and stuff like that. Okay, so that's just a playlist. Right? That's what we're not gonna do that today. So I'll stop this. Right. Click it out. Finished. All right. That's some of my music too, by the way. All right. So what are we going to do today? So what we did last time was beginner's course material. Oh. It's an email has just come in. Some beginner's course material. These course training notes. Yeah. That's my beginner's course training notes. Okay, that's the outcomes. I did some of this the other day with Barry. What computer? What you can use a computer for? Basic parts of a computer. Okay, and keyboard exercises we did. Here's an interesting thing. Describe some of the benefits of touch typing. How you can learn how to touch type. We don't teach that anymore. All right. When I do a beginner's course, I never teach people how to touch type. What we do is teach them how to use voice recognition, because it takes quite some time to teach people how to touch type. It takes probably 10 hours to get them up to 40 words a minute, whereas in 20 minutes, you can type at 80 words a minute using voice recognition. Okay. All right. How to select, copy, cut, paste, create and open single and multiple icons on the desktop window. Okay. Right. Select, cut, copy, paste. All right. Let's talk about that and how you can do it on the desktop window. You can select things, move things, copy them, paste them. All right. So I'll go to my desktop and show you how to do that. How you go to a desktop on a computer is on Windows 10. There are multiple ways, but on Windows 10, you go over to the right-hand corner here, right over the corner. So my pointer's moving right over the corner here. I click there. All right. There's the desktop. Right over me on the desktop. So if I want to select items, what I can do is click on it. Right. I'll select another item. Click on that. That's called selection. When I'm clicking, I've selected the recycle bin there. I've selected that, whatever it is. I select Google Earth. What's that? Select that. That's selecting one item. If you want to select multiple items on a desktop or anywhere in Windows 10, what you do is you click on one and you hold the control key down and you click on another. Now it's the two of them are selected. Notice that one and that one are both grayed out. That means they're both selected. If I click on that one, now three of them are selected. Okay. I want to move those items. Now that they're selected, I can just grab them and drag them. And notice I'm moving three at a time. Move across to there and let it go. So that's multiple selection, right, on the desktop. By the way, to unselect, what I just did there was click away from it. So if I click on that one and then I drag it, I can do that, and I can click on that one and drag that and move that. I click on that one, I can drag that and move that. But it's better, you click on that one, hold the control key, the CTRL key on your keyboard down, click on that one, click on that one, and when I move them, I'm moving all three together. That's called multiple selection. By the way, there's another way of doing it. I can click on that one up the top. I can go right down to the bottom here and hold the shift key, not the control key, the shift key down, and then I click on it. Now it's selected all of them. All right, so if I move all of them, I'm moving them all together. Okay, move them back again, moving them all together. So that's using the keyboard and selecting items and selecting single items and multiple items. There's also a couple of other ways. For example, on the desktop, and you can do this in a lot of cases, if you hold the mouse down and drag over, it draws a little box. Notice that box there drawn over me, all right? I haven't drawn over anything, so I hasn't selected. If I click down that box again and drag over it and go over there, I've selected them all right? So you can drag over things to select them as well. Okay? Another way of selecting all things is hold down the control key and press A, all, control A. And notice they're all selected. Notice they're all selected there. Control A is to select them all. Okay, so that's something you can do. Let's just quickly jump back and see if anybody's joined us. I don't think anybody has. Have a quick look. No, nobody's joined us. Okay, all right, back to the desktop again then. Okay, so that's multiple selection. Okay, it also applies in a lot of other things. For example, if I go over here where I've got my music opened up, right, and I haven't got my music, I'll go to, I've got some, this is some things I have, I don't worry about that. We'll go to music. I don't have my music there. I have music in on a server. And by the way, this screen here is called File Explorer. That's something I haven't covered in this introductory, what you missed in the beginner's course, but that's File Explorer. If I go to my server and on that, and then I go into music, there's music. Okay, righto. So, and by the way, these are folders. And at the bottom of the folders, I've got some, yeah, they're individual files. All of these ones actually are music, right? Okay. The one with the asterisk there are actually photos, some pages of stuff. I don't know what that is. Anyway, doesn't matter. Okay, so if you want to learn, you want to select things again, the same thing applies. If I click on one item, I can click on it. I've selected it. If I click on another item, I've selected it. So this is in File Explorer, not on the desktop. If I click on another item, I've selected it. If I click on the first item and then hold the control key down and click on the second item, I've selected it. If I click on it, hold the control key down and click it a second time, I've unselected it. Whoops, unselect. Believe it or not, it's unselected. Click on that one's selected. All right. Yeah, that didn't unselect. Let me do that again. Oh yeah, it's unselected. It just took a while. My apologies. Slow computer. Okay, so I can click on individual items to select them. And once I've done that, then I can do multiple things with it. For example, I might want to copy it. All right. So if I want to copy those 1, 2, 3 separate items, I can copy them to somewhere else on my computer. All I've got to do is point at them, right click, go down to copy, go to somewhere I want to put them. For example, I'll go, it's on my server, but I'll go over to my music's on my, most people have their music. I haven't got the music there. I don't keep it on my computer. I keep it on a server. Server simply means I've got another computer where information is stored. If I now right click on that and say paste, it's now going to go across and copy those items from where I originally had it to this place here. And that's how you just do copying. All right? It's copying things around. Okay. In addition to copying, there's also moving. All right, you can move stuff around. Moving simply means when I copy it, it means I take it from one place and I make an exact copy of it in another place. So it's in the original place and it's also in the new place. Whereas moving it, if I want to move something, once again, let's say I want to move all these, I press Control and A, which selects all. And rather than copying, I right click and I go down to cut. Cut means it's going to take it away from there and I want to put it somewhere else. Let's say I want to put it in another place. That's an airflow area here called temp. I've got set up. I want to put it there. I right click and then I say paste. So it's taken those items from where they were, which was in music folder, and put it into this temporary folder. If I go back and have a look at the music folder, wherever it was, where is it? There it is, music. You'll notice that's now empty. There's nothing in it. It's now all been moved to this folder called temp, which I've got here somewhere. There it is. It's in my fast list. Okay. So if I wanted to get rid of all that temporary information, all of it, I can select it and delete it. Now, what are people? The whole idea of selecting a multiple selection is you don't have to do things multiple times. For example, I could click on that and I could go up here and say delete it. It's now gone. I can click on that one and then delete it. It's now gone. If you've got hundreds of those, you wouldn't do it that way. And that's a way to think when you're using a computer. Don't just do one thing and then do another thing and repeat it over and over again. If you're repeating things over and over again, you need to think to yourself on a computer, there must be an easier way. And the easier way, in a lot of cases, with selecting, is to select all things. For example, if I go down there and hold down the Control key and press A, which means they're all selected. Now, if I delete them, boom, they're all gone. Okay, so delete the whole damn lot in one go in my temporary folder. Okay, it's probably enough. Let's just go back and see if anybody else has arrived. Okay. No other people have arrived. I'm still broadcasting. That's probably enough for today. If no one's going to arrive, I'm not going to do training for people that are not there. I'd rather do training when people are there. So I'll do that at some stage. So I'll stop my screen sharing and come back to me and we'll shut all this down. And if anybody wants to do any training like this where I'm helping you with your computer screen, when we do this sort of training, I use the student's computer screen. I tell you what to do on your screen and explain what to do, and then it's all recorded, like this is being recorded at the moment. So if you want to know something about, you want to be involved in some of this training, drop me an email. I can arrange to do that. So I personally think it's better than classroom training, and the people that have done it reckon it's better as well. Anyway, that's enough for today. All right. As I said, if you want to know more, drop me an email. See you later. Bye.